PDF.
Send them to me.
I'm sorry, it's a very WhatsApp.
What's your wallet?
Oh, okay.
Down to Igorodu. Came from ruthless times as a juvenile. Láti Ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gbòòrò, down to Ìkòròdú o. Baba o, AY. Mo ti rí kíní ẹ.
Ṣé Dèmíjù ti padà?
Ó sì wà náà já o.
Wala wow.
Yeah, sorry, I to alive. I go this time for that.
Okay, I understand. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, why can you dance?
Oga.
Hey, whatever.
You don't see him.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Let me.
Prof, you want?
Yes, sir.
You don't see him. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Show. Oga.
Ìrọ̀lẹ́ rẹ̀ rí ìwà ẹ̀. Jẹ́ kí ọmọ àtúnkọrin mọ́ ni. Ọmọ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí ó keep body, soul and spirit together ni ẹ.
Oga.
Crazy.
Yeah. Just a minute, please. I'm coming. Just a minute. Yeah.
Láti Ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gbòòrò, láti Ìkòròdú o. Who be goodness? Yeah. Yeah, but you like.
Hello, Joe.
About.
Yeah, ó dà pé báyọ̀ ní kó o lè send kí ní Zoom link ẹ sórí group.
Okay.
Ó dà pé báyọ̀ ní kó rí Zoom link or something.
I'm going to post. I'm going to post already. I posted it. Oh, sorry. That was a live. That was the live. This to my posted.
Oh.
Monday.com is the project management platform my team and I use to keep our work moving forward anywhere.
Goodness who am I? I'm trying to decode.
Who be goodness?
I don't know. I'm trying to decode. Hello, goodness.
Sunday.
Hello.
Báwo ni?
I'm all right though.
Dr. Adeloye ni o.
Yes,
okay. Dr. Adeloye ni. Ó mà tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta.
Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ ń dùn?
A dúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run, family ńkọ́?
Àlàáfíà la wà. My landlord.
Ṣé Jẹ́wọ̀ ni landlord yẹn?
No, you are my landlord now.
Bàbá, báwo mo ṣe di landlord? Ẹjọ́ ẹ define ẹ̀ fún wa, doctor.
So you have forgotten.
Mo ń try láti decode.
At Bọ́lọ̀ dúró.
Brother, ṣé landlord that's on here. It is well.
Àwọn mi nǹkan.
Yeah, we are good though. We are good, Baba. We are good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, everybody was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, thanks, bro, for joining.
Pumping.
Baba.
Pumping.
I want the Canada lele yo. Chairman mi bí tẹ́ bá ní kí n lọ mò ń lọ.
Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ti join ni?
Mo ti ní join.
Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ send kíní ẹni link yẹn.
Mo lọ wo ètò tí Kúnlé send tẹ́lẹ̀.
Àwọn olówó ń sọ̀rọ̀, mo ti rí Wálé Chevy ń bẹ̀. Àwọn olówó ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n kàn máa wo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe ni.
A fẹ́ gba lecture lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Gbogbo ayé fẹ́ gba lecture lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láwọn olówó ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ̀yin gangan ló yẹ kẹ́ fún wa lecture, ẹ̀yin ti Victoria, àwọn ti BC, àwọn side bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà ló wọ́n jù lágbàáyé. Ó tún wọ́n ju bí tí jù wọn gan wà lọ.
No be by that one now.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Alágbára ni ẹ̀, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? J1 àwọn girlfriends ẹ̀ wọ́n ò tí ì join ni.
Báyọ̀ lọ́kọ́ wọ́n gé.
Báyọ̀ ló máa ń jáde lóru.
Táwa bá ti make owó yẹn, ó máa go round máa wọ̀rí. Àwọn girlfriends wọ́n máa wà taking care of.
Okay, it is well.
So àwọn òfin á gbọ́ financial kìíní.
They want you be timekeeper.
Àti pọ̀ tó
náà mọ̀ wò rẹ̀.
Jùmọ̀ orin yẹn make sense o.
As in.
Mi ì mọ bí tó ti rí o. But ó make sense. Mi ì mọ bó ti sáré. Bó ti rí ìjẹ.
Báwo bó ṣe rí ná? Mo jí lánàá. Regular mo máa wo Twitter. I just go through Twitter. Mo ṣáà rí tí Burna Boy trend. Wọ́n ní pé ó kọrin gan. So I flicked it on and I just heard the sound just, I don't know, it just got me.
But typical South African sound in here.
Yeah, man, I just loved it, man. So
yeah.
This is our new Uyo Mayor. Hey. Here goes girlfriend number one.
Madam, ẹ ṣe ojú yín náà lóde àkùlé tó yẹn.
Yínká ẹ̀rù ń bá kí mo máa challenge láti wá dance àbí?
Orin tó yẹ kó ti pẹ́ tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ jù wọ́n ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ mi.
No, the remix is new. The remix is what I like.
No, you need to see a lot of dances. Tó yẹ kó wọ́n cultivate pẹ̀lú yẹn. But thank you. Mo rí mini ẹ̀, mo wò kékeré ni mini ẹ̀. Really good. Okay, mommy, mama bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ later. Class ò ní pẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ á kọ́ bá a ṣe máa make owó sí. Love you. Ẹ bá kí dáàdì. Bye.
Àti rogate, àti ìrìkúlẹ̀ ògidì, àti ìrìbímpé, àti ìrìfẹ́.
Gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ yẹn ti lówó náà.
Wọ́n sùn ní ọ̀pá
fẹ́ mọ́ mọ́ ni.
àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òru lánàá.
Ok. Ìṣọ́ òru wà lánàá níbi láyò.
Àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òru lánàá o. Àwọn ọmọ náà.
Ìṣọ́ òru wo tún yẹn?
Àwa night shift la mọ̀ nípa ìyẹn.
Oh, okay.
Àwa night shift.
Kọ́ ló mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ wẹ́. Mo rò pé Báyọ̀ náà máa ń ṣe night shift tẹ́lẹ̀ but ìgbà tó ti gbọ́ pé ṣọ́ọ̀rù la fẹ́ ṣe ó sá lọ.
Mo ń watch night vigil mo kàn participate ni mo enjoy ẹ̀.
Kí ló dé tó participate?
Ẹ̀mí ò kàn.
Jẹ́ kí ẹ̀mí kó darí ẹ.
Báyọ̀ ń sùn. Báyọ̀ àti Jùwọ́n wọ́n ń sùn. Wait, wọ́n ń sùn ju 2 hours lọ in a day.
Then how can you be healthy? Tó bá sùn ju 2 hours lọ.
Seriously, mo ti challenge Jùwọ́n rí now. Jùwọ́n kàn retweet ẹ̀ má tù ó bí 2 hours later tún tweet ẹ̀.
Jùwọ́n ò sùn ara ń tì.
Jùwọ́n try to sleep o. Amẹ́ríkà lè ṣe yẹn sí ẹ o.
Insomnia ni ẹgbàá mi lọ́wọ́ insomnia o.
Insomnia ni melatonin.
I go lay down for bed hours. I don't go sleep. I go carry books to make I read. I don't go feel read. I just day.
Kí ló wà mind ẹ? Kí ló ń rò?
Káyà tó jẹ kọ́mọ tó jẹ kò easy.
Gbogbo ẹ máa dá alágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀. Ìyàwó àtọ̀ máa jẹun tó bá sí bí mọ́, so you have to really take care of yourself. Davina, mo fi Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ́ẹ̀. Davina, mo mọ̀ pé o fẹ́ gbọ́ Disney. Jẹ́ torí Ọlọ́run bá ń tàn sílẹ̀.
AY Ayodeji, my coach. I salute.
O ṣe níbi tiwa dá tiwa lọ́wọ́.
Báwo ni AY?
Ó wà.
Ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi o.
Èmi gbọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ mi tó jẹ́. Báwo ni mi tó jẹ́? Ẹja bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀tá ìjọ. Àwọn kò máa jọ àwọn àjọ.
You know you are my coach now. Coach ń tọ́jú àwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀.
Coach báwo?
So I'm here to learn from you.
Okay. Oh. I've heard you, bros.
We are hit now.
Akin,
yeah, bro.
Can we start? Can we start now? We should hold on.
Yeah, I think we should start. We are now 8.
Okay. We are going to quick time now.
Okay. I think bad.
Okay, since that's it, let's quickly see each other's faces well. Why is everybody's camera off?
My camera is on.
Yes. There goes Jimmy.
Call Ifena.
Okay, Adefalu is here.
You want call Ifena?
You want call Eko Ife? You want call Ipadi Ife?
Jimmy ṣe ìṣòro lánàá.
Àti Fẹ́dé kọ́ ló dà mí nù.
Àtẹ̀yìn sí bísínẹ́sì bàbá dẹ̀ làwọn kan wà lórí WhatsApp tó ń bèrè kí lorúkọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n bèrè meeting ID, Zoom ID.
Mo ti
wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Oh, sorry. So you move forward to me, so let me send it to. I thought I sent it to the group.
Yeah.
I sent it to Bio. The link hasn't changed. It's a recording meeting, so
yeah.
Wow. Mr. Adefalu. Oh my God. Yeah.
Adéjọwọ́ báwo ni o?
Bàbá o.
Adéhèlò.
Our American friends ẹ ti ń béèrè o.
Pastor slash choir master àná.
Àwa nìyẹn head usher.
Àwa nìyẹn o, àwa ti night shift àti gba Holy Spirit.
Kíkálà ó ti dán Holy Spirit.
Àti gba Holy Spirit o.
Jìmí náà ń sùn, alẹ́ ló máa ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Jìmí náà kì í sùn. Jìmí ò kì í sùn.
Alẹ́ ló máa ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Dr. Jimmy, kí ló dé? Kí ló fa àìsùn?
Kí ni yẹn?
Wọ́n ní kí ló fa àìsùn?
Oorun ló dé o.
Á dá lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Láyé àtijọ́ àjẹ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ lóru o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Oorun is the new work.
Láyé àtijọ́ yìí àjẹ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ lóru.
Nǹkan tó bá ti sọ ni ọ̀rọ̀.
Oh yeah, it's quick. We have a quorum now.
Oorun is the new work. If you want to get anything done, oorun ni o.
Should I share my screen or you guys, or Akin said, do you want to use you want to share your screen?
I think you should share your screen.
When they got there, they didn't allow us to see because she doesn't have
Baba.
because my mom
Baba.
How far?
Hold
on. Was like story they said was very different. Like entire, they were like it was on a checking point.
Ọ̀dọ̀ Adébọ̀wálé ni àfáà tí ń kírun. Okay. Today, it be like say some media they play for your end.
Yes, I'm trying to. I will.
Position of the court.
We can mute you quick. Okay. Akisa and Ayodeji. Floor is yours.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. So, first of all, just to thank the executive for drafting me into this presentation, because this presentation was meant to be for Ayodeji and Ugate, our financial controller. But Ugate called me during the week and said he wouldn't be available for the meeting, that I should step in for him. So that's why I'm joining Ayodeji. And to be honest, Ayodeji actually put together the slides that we'll be using. So I will do the opener and Ayodeji will take it up from me by the time I get to a particular level. And for this presentation, I want us to assume that we are all novice, because this is not like mental health where you have a professional handling it, or maybe another medical presentation where you have Dr. Jimmy and Dr. Tolu, who are experts, who are medical doctors. But here we are talking about financial well-being, and then it concerns everybody, and then we want all of us to contribute one way or the other. Financial well-being, maybe I will start with that. When you say well-being, what we are trying to say is the state of you being happy, the state of you achieving something, the state of euphoria, a sense of, you own something that makes you happy. And by the time you combine it to financial, to your finances, what you are saying is, okay, the ability for you to afford whatever you can get, as in you define the lifestyle you want to live, an ability for you to have that finances for you to pursue the kind of life you want to live. That means you are above board financially. What that means is, okay, if I define to be doing vacation twice a year, and I have the wherewithal finances to finance it, definitely I'm living my life. That means I have money coming from somewhere to front my bills and then to fund my kind of lifestyle. So when we are saying financial well-being, we are saying that, okay, you are in a sound financial footing to accommodate the kind of lifestyle you want to live. So I will take it further from there and say, well, as every one of us, definitely we are either a salary earner or we have our own businesses that we are doing. And that is where we derive our daily bread, one way or the other. But at the same time, we should be mindful of a situation in which, God forbid, if something happens today, Juwan, you can take it to that slide 4 where we have preamble. Yeah, God forbid, if something happened to our job today and then the salary is no more coming in, or probably maybe the business is no more going as projected. Take for instance this COVID-19. Some people are finding it difficult to run their businesses. Even people that are drawing salary from one company or the other, or organization or the other. Some have seen a situation where their salary has been reduced one way or the other. So now we are saying, how are you positioning yourself for the unexpected? Most of us in this group, we are over 40. And I can say it categorically. If you're in Nigeria and you're working in a financial organization or maybe you're a company, manufacturing sector, you're a government employee, the maximum age for you on the job is maximum of 20 years. And I doubt if any one of us has 20 years to still spend on the job. For those people abroad, I learned that sometimes you can work as till you get to 70 years. It depends. But what I'm saying is, we need to ask ourselves some salient questions. Do you want, please let me take you to that preamble, that slide on preamble. And these salient questions, I want us to contribute, so I'll be putting it directly to Ross. That's slide 4.
Okay. This one, Abi.
Slide 4. Yeah. Go down. Am I missing something?
Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, slide 4. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, in this preamble, I'm saying, well, point to ponder. Myself and I, we put it together, and then we are like, well, if you're either a salary earner or a business owner, which I've talked about before, what do you do with your salary or profit made from a business? So these are points that we need to think about. Is it that when we collect our salary, we just save as much as we can, or do we put it in a profitable venture in which the money will be working for you even while you are sleeping? Or you just feel like, okay, I do my business and you think the profit that you make from your business is what you will live by. And then something happened to the business, God forbid, and then the business is no more booming, and then you start eating from the salary, from the profit, and before you know it, nothing else is on ground, and then you can't live the kind of life you define for yourself. So this question we need to ask ourselves: the savings that we have, because I want to assume that all of us have savings, but the savings alone cannot save us. And then we need to do something about that savings, put that savings into investment that will yield profit, so that we can be spending from the profit that we have, we can be spending from the profit rather than touching the savings on its own. So the second question has to do with, do you have a side hustle where you get extra income outside your salary or profit made from your business? And then the third one is saying, why do people retire, get paid pension, entitlement, and gratuities that runs into a large sum of money, but still go broke after a few years of retirement? And then I want to dwell on that top question, because personally, when I was growing up, there was this family friend that the man of the house happened to work in CBN. You know, the man to come around every weekend to spend time with his family, and then we are neighbors. So this man got retired, and then that time I was talking about 1990, I think, no, 2004. This man was paid 20 million naira from CBN. He retired as a senior manager. And I tell you, the man was able to put together a 4-bedroom apartment. And then after some time, he invested some money into some businesses. And then some people swindled him along the way. And then as I'm talking to you today, the man is begging for food. And then unfortunately, the 3 kids, they are not doing well generally because they are more or less like my age mates and some are older than me. So you can imagine what this tells us is this man has built his life around salary. He doesn't know how to do any other thing other than drawing salary from CBN. And when CBN paid him gratuity, you know, he couldn't manage the money. And then that means some people are now making decisions for him one way or the other. And then the course, he invested his money on some ventures and he lost the money along the way. But let's say this man has planned and then is aware of what is called financial wellness or financial well-being. That means at the point that he was working at CBN, he would have had a side hustle one way or the other by the side, whether by investment, it may be in money market. That means when we say money market, we are talking about treasury bills, we are talking about bonds, we are talking about stocks. And then based on your risk tolerance, you cannot define which one you want to go for. You know, or probably maybe you are investing in real estate along the line. That's a side hustle. Instead of putting money, even if you put money in savings, you know, fixed deposit, at least you'll be yielding some kind of interest. And then you'll be able to live based on that interest. And then you build yourself up from there. So financial wellness is very broad. And then it's not something that we should take for granted. Because when Yinka was taking that topic on mental wellness, mental health, Kunle Ogidi made a side comment. You know, most people laughed it off. But I tell you, that side comment, I can attest to it because I happen to fall into that same category. Sometimes when I'm down and I get an alert, or probably maybe I'm down and somebody just say, Akin, can you do this? Because I sell cars by the side. I say, guy, I want to buy a car, blah, blah, blah. And I look at it and probably maybe I just make a gain of 100,000 from that particular deal. You know, I get excited, even if whatever, whether you have a dick or whatever, everything will just zoom off, we just fade out. Just because, you know, I know that one income is coming from somewhere and then definitely that is going to stabilize me for some time. So that is what we are talking about when we say financial wellness. Just have something doing beside your normal flow of your income or where you draw your income or your salary or your profit from your business from. So with this, I will try to let Ayo come in so that Ayo will build on some other point. Then later I will say one or two things as well. Thank you. But if you have any question, I think it would be nice to ask along the way because, like I said, nobody's an expert in it. I can only give one or two information of what I know and how to present. So we can all contribute one way or the other. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Akishende.
Yeah.
We appreciate the way you had playing on the point to ponder on. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, after NMC station.
Now we are going on. We will go to the next slide, which is the outline. The outline. The outline we have in budget matters, saving, investment planning and options, plan for retirement, multiple streams of income, staying relevant, protect your wealth, Savor every movement and give back. Now, let us look at budget matters. Because thankful for the explanation given to us by Akin. If we talk of budget, there are so many ways we can actually look at how to manage our budget. You and I can't talk about budget without talking about our income. It's a portion of our income, and I will suggest that we have a budget of 50, 30, 20 rule. 50, 30, 20 rule. Even though we all have the same background, our needs and our wants are not the same. And we are not all on the same level. Admin, please move somebody. Somebody is talking on the ground, please. Thank you. 50, 30, 20 rules. When we talk of needs, we are talking of basic things that we need in life: housing, food, clothing, and healthcare. You can portion your 50% of your income to your housing, food, clothing, and healthcare. The 30% can actually go to wants. Your wants can be, cannot replace with my own wants because we don't have the same way of this, but we can add something similar, like subscription, entertainment, and shopping. 20% can go to saving. Saving can be emergency fund, save toward emergency fund, and you save money toward the future, and another one is investment. So our needs are not actually the same, but we know that these are the things that we need to make life compatible for ourselves. So housing, you can save, you can put, for instance, now, we can ask around ourselves. We have people that when it's time for them to pay their rent, they keep on running up and down. And rent is like, particularly support in Nigeria, it's a yearly stuff. The question is that, where are you the last 10 months? What have you been doing through that period of time? But if you have a budget and you are keeping certain amount of your income to meet that responsibility, when it's time for you to pay, to fulfill the obligation, the person will not be running etc. in order to meet the bill. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, let me just give us a layman definition of budget. A budget is a list of expenses matched against expected income. With a budget, an individual can carefully plan his spending based on his or an income within a given period of time. That time can be 6 months, it can be 12 months, or it can be 3 months. Just make sure that you are planning, you have a schedule of what you are working with. And you and I can pretend to Akin or to just anybody, but I know myself more than any other one. So create time and have a schedule in terms of budget, which will actually form your income and expenditure. The next thing is that keep track of where your expenses. You are less likely to overspend and more likely to meet your financial goals. When we talk of keep eye on your expenses, the best way you can do this is that make sure all your expenses pass through your bank statement. Thankfully, in Nigeria, we are doing cashless here and there. If most of your expenses pass through your bank statement, you can actually look at your bank statement at the end of a particular period of time, maybe 3 months time, print it out and sit down and itemize those items, those things that you spend your money on. From there, you can actually look at where you are overshoot and where you spend less and what you need to do for. Because many of us at this level, if we say that we should sit down and keep on writing everything that we spend money on, I doubt if any of us can get that done. So setting a budget is not the same thing as setting a financial goal. While they are connected, they are also invariably different. But when you have a budget, it can help you to achieve your financial goal. For instance, I want to buy a car in the next year. I can be setting a particular amount of my money toward that project. And then at the end of the period, I can achieve it. Budget will help you to achieve your financial well-being. But when you just garbage in, garbage out, you don't know what's going on. Of course, the next slide, please. Budgets can be changed over time. And when you change budget over time, just like the case of Nigeria before now, we have a benchmark for crude oil at $14 per barrel. But when COVID-19 came, crude oil went down as low as $18. So they have to sit down again and adjust themselves and come down to $5 per barrel. Now, if that should be the case, next slide, please. If that should be the case, you can adjust your budget over time based on what, but it shouldn't be repeated action. When you adjust your budget, next slide. No, I'm not there. Before this one, please. A budget is subject to change, but you don't need to be changing it frequently over and over. It just once in a while. A budget is a controlled document. It loses that power, then it's no more an instrument of control. You can't control your income, but you can actually control your expenses. When it comes to expenses, try as much as possible to cut down on those ones, because there's a basic thing that, like I said, let some go to your need, want, and some other savings. So budget is for contingency, however. Simply allocate a percentage of your income to cover the unknown. The unknown we are talking about are the things that you and I don't have control over at all. Slide 9. Now, when we, 9, this is 11, 9. Following preparation of your budget, you need to start recording your income and expenses. It might be daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. It depends on how you can get it done. This is going to help you at the end of the day to achieve your financial well-being. Like I said, the best way to get this thing done is that most of your income and expenses are through your bank statement. So that at the end of the particular period, you can sit down and get the statement and reconcile how far you have done so far. That will help you to come to achieve your budget and actual figure. And if there's any way that you have overshoot your budget, come back to yourself, because all these things will actually affect your financial goals in future. Become aware of your finances and use all relevant available to make informed decisions. Like Akin told us, when you have your money, how do you spend the money? Don't just spend money anyhow, but make sure that every money that comes to your hand, at least you save 20% of that money, so that one can help you to achieve your financial goals. Then we now go to the main core of today, which is saving. You can see a small peak there. When you and I were growing up, we have this and we were keeping our money inside. Our 1 kobo, our 10 kobo, 20 kobo, 30 kobo are usually kept inside this peak. And don't say that we are in the modern days. Many people still keep things like this, and they use it for their own saving. So, like what Abuba said, do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. This is a very strong quote from one of the richest men in the world. If you and I can practice this, then we are okay financially. But can we do this one? You can't. We will start from where we are. Even though you and I have not been saving to a particular lesson, but we can start from where we are today. Savings is what we need. Save at least 10% of your earning. At least, no matter how small. Don't spend all what you have. Save at least 10% of what you earn. When you can save at least 10%, gradually you can increase it. When a man is earning 50,000 naira, if you cannot save 5,000 naira out of that money, by the time you begin to earn maybe 1 million naira per month, hardly can you save 100,000 of that money, because by that time, its need must have increased over time. And by that, if that will happen to him, then he will not be able to save. And mind you, So for those of us who are salary earner, next slide, please. For those of us who are salary earner, we can automate our income directly to a saving investment account. So that as the salary is hitting our account, the money goes straight to that particular place without you seeing the money at all. And if your salary increases or it comes down to, you also have to go around it. This will help you to achieve your financial well-being. Now, reason for why to be safe? Because we are talking about saving. The question is that why am I saving? For which benefit and for what purpose? But we have realized that this COVID-19 that we find ourselves in, some people have not been finding it easy in the last 3 or 4 months. Some maybe they are based on their industry, they are not doing anything so far. Some of us are fortunate that we are still working and we are still actually keeping our bed. But not every one of us are actually in that position. Why do you save? You save to meet emergency or opportunity expenses. There are some things that are beyond our control that we don't even know when they come. But we must have something on ground to make sure those expenses are met when they arrive. Number 2, annual or periodic expenses. Like I mentioned earlier, I talked about rent, your children's school fees. These are the things that you have to put under annual and periodic expenses. It is not when the rent is due, that is when you and I will not be running to go and pay our rent, particularly those of us that are in Nigeria. And when you save toward the rent, actually you can achieve it when it is time for you to pay rent. The next one is asset acquisition. When you have a goal that you want to acquire a particular asset, you can actually save toward that acquisition, toward that particular purpose. For instance, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a plot of land. All these things have to be done through saving. And we can also save to make it an opportunity that will come in our future. And then lastly, you save toward financial independence, so that you are not at the mercy of it when you need to meet your financial obligation. So that you meet your financial needs, you have fun to make sure you meet all of them. This last piece. So that's all about saving. Saving is very, very essential to all of us. We must at least save 20% on our income. And for those who are on a business, as you are making profit in your business, don't plow back all the income to investment. That's slide 13. Slide 13, please. Slide 13. Slide 13.
Is it this one?
No, the one after.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Investment, planning, and option. Slide 13, please.
Oh, sorry, yes. I got it.
Do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Ayo, you can continue.
I get it. So English Nigeria. I get it.
What to hear me?
Investment and planning options.
That's the one I have on the screen, Abi. Akisande, this is the slide you're talking about. Hello? Everybody's frozen now.
No,
I'm not.
Having network issues.
I will not freeze in Jesus' name. I will not freeze in Jesus' name. Let me join Big P.
Wait, where is the two fascinators are gone?
Yes, it's looking dark.
mo ń gbàdúrà ń bí báyìí pé
even today.
ẹ̀yin lẹ
Pakisande and
I think it's Nigerian network, but Jimmy is here now. Awale is here.
Oh,
Goodness,
I'm in Nigeria. Oh, I'm in Nigeria and I'm here. Because my Nigeria Nigerian network.
Actually, I think it's actually raining at the moment. Yeah, it's actually raining. Light, they just took my light. Don't need to.
Like is that possible? One more lolo yibo.
Bami Kiwo.
Go and sleep. So I think that might have lost some people up.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
I can do.
Yeah.
Lantern, Jimmy. Lantern.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you now.
Hello?
Okay, yeah. AY, we can hear you now.
Slide 13 now.
Okay, let's set something straight. These slides don't have numbers, okay? So, is it this one? This one says 15. Ayeni, Ayo.
No, 13, 1 3.
This one?
Maybe I'm not seeing it. Anyway, investment planning and option. Okay. Each of us has different certain goals, dreams, and aspirations and wishes. Making all these goals and our wish and dream come to reality, we need to know the importance of investment planning. Investment plan will guide us, just like the way we have our budgets. It will guide us on what we want to do with your fund. Like we said earlier, when we save, what are you saving for? You are saving to make your unforeseen circumstances. You are saving to meet your periodical expenses, maybe schooling and rent. You are also saving to make some things that will come in our future. So, tip to make best investment plan. Next slide, please.
Okay.
Tip to make best investment plan. We have determine your risk tolerance. When we talk of investment, most of us are also concerned only about the return without looking at the risk element that are attached to risk. There's no investment that you have doesn't have its own level of risk, but the level of risk are they are different, they're not the same. For instance, if you are investing in the money market instrument, your level of risk is very, very low, and the rate of return is also low. If you are investing in some other assets too, the level of risk are very high, and the rate of return is also high too. So determine your level of risk tolerance. Once you know that yourself, all of us want to get rich, but you just have to know your risk tolerance. If that one is determined, then you can now achieve your financial well-being. You need to know how much risk you can tolerate. For instance, you want to invest 50,000 naira, for example. I remember not quite long, federal government issued Sukuk bond, and we said that we were put on the platform that people can invest 50,000 naira for the next 7 years. If you know that your risk tolerance is very, very low, you can ensure that Nigeria will be in existence in the next 7 years. That kind of investment is actually good for you. Of course, if you put 50,000 naira in that kind of investment for the next 7 years, that will give you 11.2 per annum. Definitely, you'll be going home with 5,600 naira every year. It's very, very small to some people, but some can say, why tying that kind of money for the next 7 years? That is the level of your risk tolerance. So many people prefer to put their money in the money market instrument too, because they know that at the end of the day, they get their little and the capital back to their account. So tip to make best investment plan. Number 2 is the search of financial goals. What are your goals that you want to achieve? Are you saving toward retirement? Are you saving toward planning for your children's people abroad? Are you saving toward building your own house? These are the things that you need to play before you can achieve your financial goal. So determine your risk tolerance. Every investment option has its own pros and cons. Some very come with low risk, like I said, mentioned. Some other with high level of risk. In financial terms, A risk is defined as the volatility of fluctuation of return provided by an investment asset. So when you set your goals, create an investment plan by setting realistic financial goals. That short term usually be 1 month to 12 months. It can be mid-term, that is between 2 years and 3 years. For instance, you can plan to do a few things between the next 2 to 3 years. It can be long time, that is 5 years and above. Whether you want to hold a car or invest in the real estate, gold or whatever. However, to make all this possible, you need to save first. Saving is the key word that we are going to use from the beginning of this class to the end of this class. Number 3, determine your money, decide money available for investment. Understand your current financial status state. Of course, we are all here listening to this financial well-being. We don't have the same level of income. You know how much you earn, and you know what you want to achieve in your financial life. So understand it very well. Understand yourself, understand your current financial state, which will give you an idea about your earning and your expenses. This will guide you throughout your annual cost of living and indicate the living or surplus, or saving surplus, or money available for investment. Number 4, decide the asset allocation. When we say that the asset allocation, we decide on what you want to invest your money on. Like Akin told us in the earlier on, someone collected $20 million from CBN. What was he doing when he was working? A quite number of us believe that when we are working, we are trading our time, and we are also trading our time and resources to get money in value. And while doing that, we will get salary. We think that while working and collecting the salary, we cannot do any other thing like side hustle. You side hustle in that scenario means that if I'm working as an employer, as an employee in the company, all I need to do is that certain money that I earn, I can put that part of money in a fixed deposit, I put in treasury, I can buy stock, I can buy bond. The interest on this those are the side hustle that I'm actually earning. And so you decide on the asset allocation. Don't put all your egg in the basket. You will get there. And the last one of that person says that monitor and the balance. Don't invest in a particular asset and leave the place and just say, oh, you have invested, and then you leave it. You invest in the particular item or particular asset, and don't leave that asset alone. Make sure you keep your eye on it. From time to time, you can be reviewing them. Next slide, please. Yeah, these are the investment options. Before these are the investment options, we look at the money market instrument. We look at stock with good dividend use, mutual fund. Now, let me start by looking at you want?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hello. Yeah,
Yes.
right. Looking at the investment option. Yeah, let me start by saying, let me start by saying that money market instrument, that is the best way that we can start with. Even though the interest rate is very, very small, at least you are guaranteed that you are not losing your capital and your interest. And you are secure that by putting your money into a money market instrument at treasury bill, fixed deposits, and federal government bond. About 2-3 years ago, federal government came with a plan by raising FDIC bond. And the least investment anybody can put into that portfolio is 5,000 naira. And after you do it for like 2-3 years, you have paid your interest maybe twice per annum, and then of year 3, you get your principal amount. So money market, even though the interest is very, very cheap, let's start from that one, and from there you go. The next one is talking about stock. When you are buying stock, make sure you buy stock with good dividend yield. There are so many people that have put money. Many people don't want to invest in the capital market again because they have lost all their investment in the capital market. Why? Because, like I said earlier on the previous slide, many people invested their money without monitoring what invested on. There are so many sectors that were, before now, they were actually doing well, but they were affected by this pandemic. Some of them are building sector. They were doing well before now, but now they were actually affected. entertainment sector too was also affected too. And so when you are buying stock, buy stock with good dividend yield. The truth of the matter is that if you buy any stock with good dividend yield, when it's time for the stock to pay dividend, you get your dividend. And that, how do you know this thing? It is a very simple thing. If you want to pay from bank, just look at the stock of course that have been paying dividend in the last 5 to 10 years. There are some stock in this country that have been paying, or the company in this country that have been paying dividend in the last 5 to 10 years consistently without missing it. So these are stocks that you can say, oh, they have good dividend yield. Big few of them, don't put all your money in a particular sector. You can put from banking, put from FMG, put from beauty, and just make sure you spread all the money around so that if sector H is doing well, B can be affected negatively. Then at the end of the day, you are better off in your return. The number 3 is the mutual fund. Mutual fund, there are so many banks that have been mutual fund, and the rate of return are quoted in the daily paper. You see the price every day. Make sure you set certain amount of money aside and let it go to all these mutual funds. This mutual fund, some of them, we even have some that you can even start as low as 2,000 naira. For instance, Asa Masad, they are saying that you can start with a fee of 2,000 naira, and once you have the money in such a place, they give you interest maybe 6% per annum. Most of these insurance companies are actually doing mutual funds, and when you put your money in all these sectors, you get your return. You get interest as your return for the investment you are putting into. If you are rich enough, you have some money you have saved towards building a house for yourself, because not all of us want to become a tenant throughout the day of our life. So because we want to achieve financial well-being, real estate is also essential. You may not have the money to buy the land now, but why not save little by little, and when it's time for you, you can just go and take the money and put it in the real estate. And you can also do foreign in terms of USD, foreign currency asset in terms of USD. The next one, next slide, please. Next slide. Should you be investing? This is a question before all of us. Why should you invest? I think at the end of the class, we are going to ask ourselves a question that why are you investing? Because most of the things that we are discussing today is centered around saving. And why do you say you are saving? Why do you want to invest? When you invest, in fact, by the time you read books too, you are actually investing on yourself. You invest so that you can actually ask something to hand, you can ask that or do. That's the purpose of investing. And when you ask something that gives you money, someone is talking another gram, please. Come on. By the time you have investment portfolio, make sure you put all your funds together in a particular vehicle and make sure you watch over there. Next slide, please. If you are looking for a short cut.
Sorry, which vehicle can we use? Which vehicle? Which vehicle?
Which vehicle?
You said we should put our fund in a particular vehicle. Toyota, Honda, Benz.
No.
Madalone, continue.
I think we can have questions after the class.
No, that's a side comment, not a question.
Now, next slide. You can see this fine boy. You can see this fine boy. If you are looking for a shortcut to build wealth, you have a wrong spirit. My brother and my sister, to build wealth financially is a gradual process, layer by layer, seated upon seated. You can't just get it done overnight. So you start little by little based on your risk tolerance. When you know your risk tolerance, then you will know how to invest. And it also based on your level of education, your information, because information is wealth. So what you have at your disposal will help you to make some good investment decisions. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. This is not what I sent to you.
Oh, is this the slide or the next one?
I've deleted this page. Okay, now, yeah, this one, yeah.
Okay.
Figure out, now we are on the next time, that is the plan for retirement. We are talking of retirement. When we talk of retirement, all of us on this platform, except we want to do ourselves, we are 40 years and above. Even though some of us have businesses, we have small stature, but we know ourselves more than any other person. So at this level, that's the truth. I can pretend that I'm 30 years old, but within me, I know when I was born, and I know how much up I've gone. Because of small stature or baby face, we cannot deceive other people. I am BK and this category. Now, we need to plan for retirement, and we need to start now. Figure out how much you need to save for retirement. Can we actually know how much we actually need for retirement? We may not actually know, but we can actually plan. For those of us who are on paid employment, we can actually save voluntarily into our pension account if you have one. So that when you save into your pension account, that will actually help you in the old age. So that you can save voluntarily. Even though when you are working in a paid employment, make sure your contribution and the employer's own are not limited into your pension account. This is for your own good, not for someone, not for any other person. It will surely help you to achieve your financial well-being at old age. Retirement is not an age, it is a financial estimate. All of us are scared of retirement. Why? Because maybe we've not actually saved so much toward that period, but it will surely come one day. We started working a day, and definitely we surely die in a particular day. But we need to be well prepared. And most of the things that we are discussing, that having multiple sheets of income, we get there. We need to plan for the retirement. And when we are planning for retirement, make sure you are saving some percentage of money. Like I said earlier, I've been saying about savings. It can be 10%, it can be 20%. Make sure you save toward your retirement. The next slide, factor into account your health and fitness related expenses retirement. Because old age too comes with so many expenses. It comes with so many health challenges. Next slide, please. Next slide. Factor into account your health. Thankfully, we've discussed severally on this platform about our health and medical and fitness. So we need to factor into the old days come with all these challenges. So we need to prepare for them by having some things that we can actually fall back on at the end of the day. Invest your money that is in your retirement portfolio based on your age, your risk tolerance, and your income goal. When we are investing, you need to look at so many things that are crucial. Look at your age, look at your risk tolerance, because there's some investment that can give people high blood pressure, that can lead them hypertension. So I would not encourage people to put their money, or like when people, for instance, years ago in Nigeria, there was something we call MMA. Many people invested in MMA, and all of a sudden it disappeared. So they lost their money, and people were admitted for one thing or the other. So as we go, we need to be planning for our retirement, and by investing some portion of our income in on some core portfolio. Next slide, please. Many of us have made some poor investment decisions in the past. Maybe you bought some land, and the land, next slide, please.
Yeah.
Many of us have made some wrong investment decisions in the past, and we are regretting that we made some investments that are very bad, and that discourages us from investing in some places. For instance, we have a lot of colleagues that are invested so much heavily in the capital market, and they lost virtually all they had. There's nothing you can tell them about capital market that they say they want to invest again. Why? Because they've lost most of their money. People love their money. I can see somebody saying, "Oh, find Oceanic Bank." Thankfully, you have not lost all the money. Oceanic Bank actually became another bank. So if that should be the case, many people invested some money, but I'm yet to see a man that invested in some stock like GTB and Zenith Bank from inception. Oh, Japan broke your heart. Sorry for that. Why should you invest in Japan? Oh, sorry for that. So now, forgive yourself if you have lost some money in the past. Don't say because you have lost some money in the past, then you will not invest in the future. You are only deceiving yourself and you are not helping yourself. When you forgive yourself, then you can now say, oh, you want to start afresh. That you have lost some money in the past doesn't mean that you are not getting it right. You can't actually, let me tell you this, you can't even get it right at all times. You win some and you lose some. So when you have made some wrong investment decisions in the past, please let the past belong to the past and take the future because you are now have the future to take. The next slide is talking about the multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income is no longer, next slide please, next slide. Admin, next slide.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It is something that we call a necessity. You cannot say that you have your salary is very guaranteed. Many people that have ambition sector and some other sector today, they are out of job. But nobody knows when we did not even know when COVID came and actually asked them to get their job lost. So it is something that is necessary for all of us. And we are trying to break it down. Don't say because you are working in an office, you will not have a side hustle. Don't say because you are in business, you are focusing all your energy on this particular business, you will surely have something outside that kind of business. In case anything happens to that business, you will add something else that can actually sustain you for a period of time. That is why you are advised that you should not put all your eggs in a particular basket. Make sure you spread them all around. You can select 5 investment vehicles. Be putting your money there, 20% in 5 different places, so that you can know that at the end of the play, at the end of a particular period, all of them can actually give you some return, even though the returns are not actually the same. So the next slide is saying that we must have at least 7 streams of income. Someone will say, how is it possible? It's very, very possible, and we are going to take our time to explain them. You can have 7. Brian, you may not have all these 7 at the particular time, but we'll take our time to explain them. Now, when we talk of earned income, this is your day-to-day job. This is your day-to-day job, and it forms the basic for your primary source of income. You trade your time and your skill for the money you earn. And when you earn this money, the company pays your salary, and then from what you earn, that's your number 1 source of income. From what you earn, you can actually have interest income. Interest income is an income that you earn from money market instruments. Money market instruments, we have explained that earlier, are fixed deposit, commercial paper, treasury bill, FGM bond, and so. They will pay you interest, and you can actually roll them over. Sir?
Can you give me 1 minute? I see that just 1 minute. Dele Olowe is on his way to work, I see, and this is the first time joining us. Can we please just say hello to him, celebrate him and hear his voice? Some of us have not heard his voice in like 20 years. So before he gets into work, Dele.
Hello.
Dele, you need to unmute yourself.
Mr. Lamposa.
Is he driving?
Dele, you know what you like to real.
Dele, show your face, so.
It's good to see you, bro.
I feel so much.
Him as the focused person now.
Let's hear. Just hear Dele wants to talk. Yeah.
No, at the here now.
Show your face, see.
Now, actually, I'm actually on my way back home.
Hey, it's Mele.
I can actually be.
Where is he? I can see him.
Just seeing everybody.
It's good to see you, Dele.
Good to see you.
Dele, I can't see you.
First of all, let me even apologize for.
Okay, Motiri. More like Funke yo, Dele.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, what's that noise?
Tunde, Ogao, Bingwe.
Bingwe is not here.
No, Bingwe is not here. Well, you see her right here now. I honestly, I don't want to take everybody's time, but it's my pleasure to be on here.
Yeah.
You know, and let me even apologize. I was on before, but then I had to get off because I had something I had to take care of. But that will not happen again. You know.
Amen. Hopefully.
Amen. Amen. But you know, I'm very I'm happy to be here.
Good.
Happy to be here.
I thought you were going to work, so I didn't want us to lose you. So, but since you are going home, so you are.
No. So I'm gonna be here with you. I might be going in and out, but I'm on my way home now. So I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Why?
Take care. Drive safe.
What to you again?
Thanks.
Mr. Lecturer, yo, Ayodeji.
Are we back to class?
Yes, we are back to class, sir.
Now. Don't, please, I beg you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. What I mean by one basket is that don't invest all the money you have in a particular vehicle. Make sure you spread them across about at least 3 or 4 places so that you don't get the finger burn. It's like someone said that invested in Shining Bank, Japan, and some other things. You need to spread your investment. You need to spread your investment. I've explained interest income. Interest income is what you earn as your return on your investment in treasury, other money market instrument. When you let stocks that are engaged, we are buying stock, you are buying shares for 2 things: capital appreciation and dividend income. When you are looking at this thing, you have to be selective. You have to stock. And how will you select good stock? You don't need too much of advice from anyone. Just make sure that you are buying. If you buy a particular stock very high, by the time they pay you dividend, you can see that you have minimized your losses. And that's where we do this thing. There are some stock in this country, Nigeria, have been paying dividends in the last 10 years. Those are the stocks that I personally have people to invest their money on. So that when the price comes down, like what happened in the last 3 months, around March, now stock came very low. The bank was telling me on the platform was 35. That was the best time that he invested.
I think we lost AY. The rain is raining cats.
We should have prayed. I suggested we pray.
You want?
Yeah, so I think Ayodeji is back now.
What's happening now? Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with the network. Sorry. So we have another one, so capital gain. Capital gain is when you buy some particular assets, and maybe you buy the asset very cheap, you have made some income on it, then you sell it, that will give you another capital gain. For instance, some people can buy a particular stock and earn 2 sorts of income for that particular stock. You can have dividend income on a particular stock, and you can also have a capital gain. For instance, you buy a stock for 10 naira, and when it's time for them to pay dividend, that's at the end of the year end, 12 months. Let me be realistic now. Around March ending this year, most of Nigeria's stock came down because of the pandemic. They were cheap, even though they have declared that result. They are going to pay dividend, maybe GTB and Attaining bank agreed, while Attaining bank came down to 11 naira. People that have money, because people are planning, they were selling off, and some people invested their money in this stock, they know for sure that at the end of maybe by April ending, they will get their dividend in terms of 2.5 kobo, and maybe when everything is stabilized, by having drop for the pandemic, share price will go up and they will sell. So in that case, they have used one tool and achieved two things by getting dividend income and also having capital gain. For instance, the board those stock at level at maybe 11 naira and 18 naira. Now they are selling at 17 and 22. So which means they are better off. The other one is real estate, where you buy when you have property, you build the house, you rent this house, definitely they will pay you rent, and that's another source of income. These are the things that we need to plan ahead of our retirement, even though we may say so that we can actually get ourselves prepared for retirement. The last one of this is the royalty income. You can create a product at process, and when someone uses that product, they pay you a certain fee for that. And when the fee is relevant, we are all in our active years now. We need to be relevant. The truth of the matter is that we cannot do today's job, we get today's method, and be in business tomorrow. What happened in the last few months has taught a lot of us some lessons. What the way we do business in the world have actually changed. So we must try as much as possible to be a specialist in our field. When we do that, we are actually enhancing ourselves. Next slide, next slide. Next slide, please. You want? Next slide. Yeah. So we must stay relevant. When we mean by stay relevant, that we have to upgrade ourselves. When we say we should upgrade ourselves, we must maybe by adding back by going to school, by doing too many things so that we can keep on relevant in our field. Not that I'll make sure, especially in the particular field, you not be a matter of all, but the one that you do to not as possible because we cannot do the job, we get the method. Next slide, please. Improve. Well, improve the thing of what you have to offer. You have to improve on so many things. You need to read books. When we read books, so many things that we need to have. We read and listen to that. You can try feedback on how we open for that can actually change this life. We can't say this, do it, continue that for next slide. Next slide. When you have invested so much, you need to protect. Next slide, please. We need to protect your wealth.
Is the network bad? Or?
Yeah, AY's network is. Okay, he's back. Oh, but this presentation is rich, man.
Now, next slide.
Protect
when we say protect your take me time to save money and buy a car. It took me time to get to save money at one class. After buying that car, I didn't insure the car. If anything happened to the car, then at my home period. So you safeguard your wealth by protecting them. Insurance is also part of wealth. For us to have efficient financial well-being, we must ensure and protect our wealth.
A personal experience.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Sorry, Buki. I thought it was a mistake, so I muted you.
Where is Ayo? We've lost him.
Which kind of song Buki is going to play like this? Roots rap.
You can take it to the next slide. Protect your wealth is straightforward, and Ayodeji has already done justice to that.
Thanks.
Savor every moment. After you made your money, you need a bit of enjoyment. Maybe red wine and some other stuff, Take your family on vacation when you have more than enough, not when you are struggling. So that is what that savor every moment is all about. Next slide, Juan, so that we wrap up. And give back. These are Ayodeji's way of saying social responsibility, and then helping to use your voice for kindness, your ears for compassion, your hands for charity. Ayodeji is a bit of like a pastor, from his early morning sermon to man drop, yeah. So only call give back, he is even only explain it that. Hey, George, you want next slide? Next slide. So remember, you can't enjoy your wealth if you are not in good health. So definitely, gbogbo àwọn sickness yẹn go máa sá lọ. So automatically, if you try to do all that Ayodeji has said, have multiple streams of income, you'll be happy every day of your life. You are earning your salary, and then your side also is even giving you more than your salary. Definitely, you always be happy. I tell you something, when you have cash, you won't be afraid of anything. Forget about, the Bible says, okay, the love of money is evil, but it doesn't say that you shouldn't have money, it's the love of it. When you now go into hush puppy's way, then that's where the problem is. But when you are making your money in a legit when you are making your money in a legit way, you assume financial wellness, financial well-being, definitely, you definitely be in good health, and then you take care of your health as well. Can we go to the next slide? So the next slide is all about, okay, thank you. So,
the personality of Akin said the Ayodeji is so obvious. He's talked about enjoyment, why Akin said it was very energetic.
No, that's where yes, so that's the way life's supposed to be. Just so in closing, let me just say it the way it is. Okay, Juwon, let me put the question to you because I know you won't take offense. You're my guy. Juwon, outside your normal 9-to-5 job, where you draw that big salary, I know. So where you draw your big salary, what other thing? What other thing do you do that give you, passive income, one-on-one, so that every other person can learn? If you don't have anything that you are doing that's giving you passive income, it's all good, but at least let's just throw it open so that people can.
Well, so what I do is that I take short-term contracts. It's still a 9-to-5 job. Okay. I have a full-time job that I do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I don't work on weekends. But every now and then, there will be some organization, some recruiter that I've used to hire somebody before will say, this organization needs an IT strategy documents, or they need some project management. So it could be 2 months, 1 month, I'll quickly do it. I have also driven Uber. I have not driven Uber. So there was a time I used to drive Uber. But what I found out was when I did Uber on Saturday and Sunday, by Monday, I was so messed up. So I stopped that.
That's a good one.
So I just stick to my full-time job and those short-time gigs that I get every once in a while.
That's a good one, because the reason why I asked that question is, our 9-to-5 job may seems to be something that is stable. But God forbid, anything can happen. COVID-19 came without making any announcement. And then some people, as I'm talking to you today, things are no longer too good with them. They've gotten to I mean, the company has gotten to slash salaries, sack some people, blah, blah, blah. And then some are back to square one. They couldn't even undo a simple, let me sell a product to you. You know, that's why we need to have something by the side. Personally, outside my 9-to-5 job, I work in a bank. I sell cars, you know, I sell cars. I do a lot of things, imports, anything that I just feel like, okay, it's going in our environment, and then I can easily get it maybe in Canada and US. I bring it in, I sell, I make some money. At the same time, I've been in stock trading, as in stock market, for over a decade. I make good money there, and I've lost a big chunk of money. But overall, when you look at it, I think the gains outweighs the loss. And one thing about me is I don't normally have cash at hand. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, you know, I deal in stock. Ayodeji works in Morgan Capital, and then I use Morgan Capital as a platform to trade my stock online. So if I want to trade a stock today and I want to buy and I want to sell today, I can easily sell. Yesterday, I was in need of money, cash. I didn't have cash. I called Ayodeji. I just said, Ayodeji said, send a mail. I sent a mail around 3, and then before 3:30, my account has been credited. That's liquid asset. Liquid asset is something like, okay, you can easily convert to cash. It could almost equivalent to cash. You have cash, you have treasury bills, you have fixed deposit, you have stock. Those are, you know, so for me, I can say, okay, I have like 3 multiple streams of income. I sell cars by the side. I do import and exports of some things. Then at the same time, I'm into stock market.
You alone.
And then at the same time, I have my 9-to-5 job. I'm just saying, because all these things we are saying, yeah, we have to be practical about it. Yeah, we have to be. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to bring in this.
And you still work in a bank.
I still work in a bank. So Yinka, what's your question?
Financial question.
Hush puppies.
Financial question.
Yeah, it's a financial
Kilo
question.
Kayembe. Let them ask questions.
Oh, Yinka, ask your question. Let me ask your question again, please.
I said, which one be hush puppy? You said we shouldn't invest in hush puppies.
I think Ogate can help me out here. Ogate, we know how to bring it out in a very good package. Ogate,
when Ogate finishes, can I ask a question, please?
Please do. When Ogate finishes, yeah.
I don't. Hush pop is just a fraud.
Hush pop is 419.
Kò sí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Dubai ló wà. Ẹ má parọ́ mi kò Dubai ló wà.
Ó dà tó ti mú. Ó lówó burúkú báyìí. Ọmọ àlè ó lè ní.
All these things that you people are saying, nothing works like Ogowo, Eloshogowo. Everybody are low.
Wow. But we have not done it before now. If you have done it, you can't be in the bank. You can't be in the bank when you have to go.
All those Ogo people, all their assets now is grass that is over all the assets.
I'm just working to launder my money. That is
má lọ gbàdọ̀ mi o jọ torí Ọlọ́run níkẹyìn.
Báwo ló ṣe máa dómi tó bá ní ṣe rí?
Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà
Anyway, question time.
Thank you, guys. Yeah,
You have to stop the live.
So my question is, how do you determine your risk